Okay, so let's jump right into it. So in the following scene, he's in his office. He's looking at the extraordinary game plaque and where they show that and his name, of course, which I'll go over at another time. And he has a perimeter breach on his computer. Just as every time he starts to break through, these programs start to come in, start to interfere with what everything he's doing. This symbolizes the life you're going through and how you have all of these distractions. So every time he tries to break through, he has all these distractions. They come in, and the guy comes in, and the little guy says, "Well, he lost something." First they ask him, like, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm just looking at this computer." And then the other guy pops in, and he's like, he's this high energy guy. "Hey, what are you doing?" And but that really is not important. But he does say he's looking at a picture of him where it looks like it was from the movie he did. The scene that pops up on the computer looks like from the movie Constantine. It looks like something from Constantine almost. And the little guy says, "Well, he lost something." And they're talking about Trinity. But he doesn't know that they're talking about Trinity. But he's like, yeah, he lost something. He lost his purpose. That's what they're talking about. And then they go to the coffee scene. The guy is sitting there, and he says, "You was talking about his game." He said, I failed the seventh grade. He said, "I ever tell you that before? 7 is the most favorite of God. The God in the God in the movie is the ruler of the matrix. He is God over that, which is the computer God. He is the ruler over that. The guy Jude is representing Judas because he falls from God. He failed the 7. He failed to become the most favorite of God. That's why he failed the 7. He was like, well, I failed the 7th grade because of you." And he told him, "Because of you, Neo, I failed the 7th grade." And Neo is representing the ebb or the reawakening, the coming back together of the two that were once one. The twin flame, the ultimate love energy. And he's telling him, "Hey, I failed because of you." And at that point, Trinity walks in. He says something, about Trinity. He was like, "MILF." And Neo got mad, like he already knew it. He already had this feeling of protection for her, this feeling of knowing her. So Judas, his betrayal was when he's the one that reintroduced Neo to Trinity again. Because he wasn't supposed to do that. That was a betrayal of the program. He was supposed to keep them close, but never let them meet. And the guy, he even talks about that at the end. Keep them close, but not meet. And when he sticks his hand out to shake Trinity's hand, if you meet someone with a soul connection or a twin flame connection, it's going to be a time that you're going to touch on a level, and you should feel some sort of, it could be twin flame, soulmate, could be somebody from your past life. You are gonna feel some kind of electric connection or vibration or pulsing between the two of you. The both of you will probably feel it. The both of you should feel it. And it's going to be, evident that both of you felt this connection. And that's what this symbolizes. When he touches her hand and she was like, do I know you from somewhere? Do I know you? And at that point, when they start to break through again, and here comes the outside interferences. Here, her husband came in, her son was like, you trying to bone my mom? He immediately came in and they start to breaking this whole connection up. They started to breaking it up. And then after that, he goes back to his office. He sees Smith. Of course, Smith is talking about at the window when he said that little speech that signified how the masses were still asleep, how the masses were still dead. So Smith, the original Smith, role has changed. He's playing the angel Uriel. And you can, I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn it this way. Maybe get a better picture. Okay. He's playing the angel Uriel. And what it says, Uriel, because he comes in and he lights a cigarette to represent the flame, the flaming sword. Also goes back to what I was telling y'all before, what I showed you before about this picture, about the cherub. How the two come together to make one. The alchemical couple, sulfur and mercury, the form of the cherub guides the alchemical couple, sulfur and mercury, into the labyrinth of material transformation. The central temple is the place of their transformation, which can only occur with the help of the secret, salt, and fire. Okay, so he's representing the fire also. Agent Smith, he's representing fire, and he's representing, like I said before, Angel Uriel. This is why he's talking about the masses of people. Uriel is often identified as a cherub and the angel of repentance. He stands at the gate of Eden with a fiery sword. This is represented by the cigarette that he's smoking, that he lights the fire and lights the cigarette. The cigarette is the sword, and the fire, of course, is that's self-explanatory. Thing keep turning off. He stands at the gate of Eden with a fiery sword, or as the angel who is over the world and over Tartarus. In the apocalypse of Peter, he appears as the angel of repentance, who is graphically represented as being as pitiless as a demon. Okay, when Smith was the villain throughout the whole first series, he's pictured as a demon, but he's also representing as an angel, which being here the angel Uriel. So this one, he's assisting Neo as well, representing the angel Uriel as the cherub. And when he's talking to Neo, Neo starts to break through again. He starts to remember the old Matrix that moves back from the first one. He starts to break through. And as they keep talking, he's going deeper and deeper into breaking through. And when he gets closer, what happens is that the ego or the God, which is represented as the computer or Adalabroth or Yahweh, pulls him out and pops him back into a therapy session where he's talking to him. He's like, yeah, basically Neo has a blackout, which is, like I said before, coming from my other video on mind control. When you have a space in between where what you don't remember, but you did something, but you sort of blacked out, which in this point where you weren't in control. And the mind control took him back to the therapist's office. It was an automatic program that automatically kicked in. When he started to get to a certain point, the programming automatically kicked in. They kicked him back to the therapist's office. It's an automatic mind control program. It kicked him right back. When he was started to break through, it kicked him right back to the therapist's office. Like I said, for the program, it automatically runs. This is how mind control works. Imprints on the brain, the spirit, or the overmind, the soul went to sleep. For a brief second, it was trying to wake up. And in that brief second, that space in between there gave them the pulse to mind control him, take him back to the therapist's office, talk him out of the whole thing. And this is signifies of you talking to yourself, talking you out of everything that you believe. You're like, nah, this is crazy. This is whatever. He was having a breakthrough. And he went back, and the matrix, or the God of the matrix, talked him out of it. He was like, nah, this is, and he also had the deja vu cat there, which signifies, in the Matrix, in the first one, they said, well, you see deja vu when they change something in the Matrix. And this is where you see the cat. He's changing things in the Matrix. He changed it and went back, and the deja vu was there. He's just going back. They pulling in, basically they breaking the rules, changing the program. They always changing the rules on you breaking the rules. Okay, so stay in line for part 4. Like I said, I don't know how many parts this is gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty long. There's a lot to go through. All right, peace.